Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Forever. Dog.
Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah. Ow. Ay, güey. Very nice. She's so Oh, honey. But why is she so very Yeah, just 3 times. No, just twice. Once, twice, 3 times later.
And I love you.
So we're back
Yes.
with a fucking another episode of Very That, which is, all right, let's describe it. This is a podcast where 2 of the most, iconic...
iconic, aka meanest and grumpiest and biggest eye rolliest ladies of drag come together in the most pedo ladies of drag come together in conversation once a week every Monday, and here we are.
Right.
We look cute. Like, see, I'm telling you, we get on this thing. It's like it's menstrual. It's a cycle. We like, I didn't even have to call you, and you were like t-shirt and fresh out of the bag wig.
Right.
Tell me what your t-shirt is. Let me see.
It's like the little,
the
good luck. Little good luck.
Oh, like the arm goes like that, like waves.
No waving hands. No waving hands in drag.
Mine is
Gorgeous.
It's a hand-painted shirt by my friend Thomas Knight, who lives in New York, and he does these really brilliant, like, just cool, weird shit. And he
Beautiful.
did this Divine shirt for me, and we're all obsessed with Divine. And if you're not obsessed with Divine, you're not doing drag. And I'm sort of like, I just kind of I want my little cousin. I have a cousin who's 13 years old, 14. His name is Nick, and I'm only saying his because he's 13 and he hasn't really figured out if he wants to be them, they. He's figuring out his way through gender and experimentation. And recently, for one of his Halloween things that he wanted to do, he did a full Divine look, which brought me so much pride and joy. It's like when your relative, your cousin, your protege, and he's almost exactly like me in that sense. So I wore my Divine shirt to kind of, just to kind of be like, I have a Divine shirt and my cousin likes Divine.
I love that.
His name is Nick, and he does drag too, and you can follow him on Instagram. He's got a little page called Toxic Waste. Toxic.
Oh, very
with a Q-U.
nice.
She's 13 and she used a QUE for toxic. Toxic waste. Yeah, so that's what it is. What's going on, sis?
Well, I just, like you said, I did not know what I was going to put on. Sometimes I'll put on a big old fluffy my traditional what I like to wear, my aesthetic, whatever my aesthetic is, and but then I was like, oh, you know what, I want to wear this shirt. It's actually a dress. This is actually a dress that I'm wearing.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and then I was thinking like, oh, I felt very like the mall, and then for you to have this on a t-shirt also, it just like reminds me of like the mall, like the
mall.
I mean,
also while I was getting ready today, I was like, WWDD, what would Delta do? I realized in the last few episodes that I have not made any effort, and I've just been so overwhelmed with life that I've forgotten that I need to sometimes put on drag. I was kind of feeling shitty this morning, and then I put on the drag, and then I was kind of okay.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that kind of crazy? Sometimes when that happens, like when you actually put a little effort into into the look, you feel less shitty or something. But
well, yeah, I mean, it's a little a creative outlet that at least you know that like you can't really go wrong with it. Like you can't ruin the project if you just use what it is that you like to do and what you like to wear. So you can be whoever. You can be going to the mall like us, which you know, I have not been to a mall. I take that back. I recently went to a Macy's, but I didn't go through the mall. Obviously, I just went to the store.
That's still open?
They're reopened, socially distanced, of course. But the mall experience itself, I had not taken part in a long, long time. And then now with the pandemic, of course, that is not the case. But I remember I used to love, and my mall was the Cerritos Mall. Like that wasn't the mall I grew up with, but then I adopted it at you know, because pretty much you and Philip, because you guys lived in that neighborhood, and the Cerritos Mall, definitely. I know it was like an H shape, wasn't it? Yeah.
Like an H. It was like, it was two parallel like hall corridors, and then there was a thing in the center. I know. Yeah. I used to get my nails done there. There was the South Street Deli. There was the Nordstrom Espresso Bar.
My favorite was South Street Deli, which you can still go to Catella Deli, which is same company, you know, but not exactly the same. But I used to work in Cerritos Mall.
Where?
At Robinson's May. In the I worked in the infants department. I also worked for a time in the men's department. Everyone has worked in a cosmetics department. Philip worked there. I mean, you know, the mall, what a fun experience. Do you remember, did you have a favorite like little food place aside from restaurant, like chain food place in like a food court? What was your food court?
Well, my experience with malls was that my first mall experience was the West Covina Fashion Plaza, which is no longer called that. It is now called Westfield, as all malls are called, because that is the like monopoly and chain of Southern California malls. But I went to the West Covina Fashion Plaza. I still remember what it looked like before they, redid the whole thing. It still had like, it was very brown and orangey, and the carpets were kind of brown, orangey, you know. But I remember I was probably like in the 6th grade when I asked my parents, like, they were like, what do you guys want to do tonight? Just for fun. And I'm like, I want to go to the mall. And we went to the West Covina Fashion Plaza, and I learned a lot in West Covina Fashion Plaza. My favorite was, of course, Orange Julius. There was this place that was a lot like Spencer's, but it was like it had like, you know, the neon. You could buy like the neon flamingo and palm tree kind of sculpture that you could keep in your house. You can buy like, it was like a Spencer's essentially, and I was obsessed with that store. They had a Marinella's Beauty School in there. There was a Gloria Jean's coffee. I mean, there was no such thing as Starbucks, and I remember the excitement of it, and that as being my only source of fashion and trend,
I can remember going to that store. It was called I think it was maybe Suncoast, and you could pre-order a video there, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm totally going to buy Basic Instinct on VHS. And right. And they would be like, your video is available. Two weeks later, you would get a phone call. And I mean, this is of course the time when we would go develop pictures and wait a week for them. And, and then, of course, that graduated into listening stations at Borders. And you would just put in random earphones that other people had in their face, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm totally listening to the new the new Sarah McLachlan or whatever you were listening to.
But
that's not happening.
I think if anyone is listening to this and are quite decades younger than us, are going to have to write down some notes and do some Googling, because these places are classic. My experiences in drag, for instance, all depended on shopping at the mall. I remember I can track back from when I first remember the first Forever 21 appearing and realizing how you can buy fast fashion and so cheap, but going all the way back to Contempo Casuals and Judy's.
Oh, I was at the Judy's closing sale in Cerritos. I had to be there. They closed down, and I remember buying everything.
Do you still have pieces?
I probably do in the storage unit, but I nothing I can commit to memory right now. But do you remember also like buying what we would now or then call like, men's clothing, the men's profile at not just DJs, but DJs. Like there was DJ and there was DJAIZ. There was Baccarat. There was Chess King.
I worked at Oak Tree, one of my
Yes!
first jobs after, I graduated and got into like real jobs after working in fast food at McDonald's. One of my first jobs was at Oak Tree. Yes. And now I see kids wearing, cross colors and these like ravey things. Well, we used to sell suits made out of rayon there in every imaginable color. And that was my first like ease into working
them. I can remember asking my mom to buy me a pair of Cavariccis for the 8th grade dance, and they were the kind. This is probably the last time I ever wore pleats and never should have worn pleats, but they were not only pleated, so they had the fat waistband and then the pleats were down at the bottom, but they had a million belt loops so you could weave your belt.
Yes. God damn. You know what? I think that's, a lot of copies of clothing that we wore in the past has not been recreated, and someone right. please let us be the catalyst into people bringing back Z Cavariccis. I think people really perceive the 80s and 90s as just being rave, and we've talked about this before, and they want to wear the little glasses and the little knots and the neon colors, but there was a whole other side of that time, Z Cavariccis. I also, I learned how to shoplift. Now, I don't recommend this, and I've people have asked me in interviews, are like, what sort of advice would you give to queens who are just starting out? And I jokingly say shoplift because, this was 30 years ago. I was broke and I needed that Contempo Casuals mini tee. Wow. And the backpack to go with it, and I shoplifted, and I'm surprised that I never got caught doing it. And again, I'm not recommending it to anybody because you do it at your own risk, and I knew I was risking it, and I shoplifted from
Are you
Contempo
the one
Casuals.
then you were
That is how I started my drag career.
So you were the catalyst for sensors going on clothing is what you're suggesting to me.
No, the sensors were already there, and we knew how to get the sensors off.
Put them in the freezer so it can freeze the ink.
No,
what?
Not even. I don't even want to say how we did it, but I'm going to because at the time it was so easy. This was like in the 90s. But we would, they always put the sensors right on the seam.
Right.
Where the overlocking. Yeah, and you would really just kind of tug at it a little bit so it made a slight rip, and it was a cheap fabric, so you could loop that like button piece around, leave it in the dressing room. And you know what? I'm pretty damn sure that the salespeople there knew exactly what I was doing.
Of course they
did.
But
they just did not give a fuck. They were like, you know what? We are here at minimum wage, and in the 90s, what was minimum wage?
Oh gosh.
$6?
I think so. Yeah. No, probably less. Probably less.
$4.50. Oh, damn it.
I know, my shit just fell over. Okay.
But anyway,
yeah, probably
I will not, please let it be known that I'm not condoning. I don't want you to. If you want to do it, you will do it at your own risk, and you might get your ass in fucking jail. This is 2020, and I'm talking about 1993, 94. So, there was, yeah. So don't steal.
Rasha was a teenage burglar.
With that said, let's take a break and continue the conversation. Teenage burglar. Hashtag
Hamburglar.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, everybody needs a website. Otherwise, you're just out there making your business happen with what? Word of mouth? No, ma'am. If you've got a passion project that you're starting, if you want to start making drag watches that are purely ornamental, made for the sole purpose of a queen touching her wrist during lip sync when the song lyrics say, time, That idea is brilliant and needs a website. This is why you need Squarespace, because Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain. Showcase your offerings with a professional website, then you can grow your brand and get paid all in one place. Plus, they have integrated SEO tools, which means search engine optimization, I think, so you can show up more often on search engines. And their Blueprint AI design tool, which can get a fully custom website built in just a few steps if you want to do the whole AI thing. Plus, you can connect your socials, set up easy ways for your customers to buy your products, and even schedule appointments with you. It's all right there on Squarespace. I've scaled a number of businesses in my time, and they have all needed websites because websites just legitimize you, you know? And Squarespace is a great spot for a creative person like me who needs to make a website and has great ideas but doesn't necessarily know the HTML, QRL, TMV of it all, you know? Because I'm not an IT whiz at all. But Squarespace makes it easy for me to select what I want and then put out a wonderful website. And it could be the same for you. You need to check out squarespace.com/drag for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, just use the offer code DRAG to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain, which is kind of the same thing. Squarespace.com/drag.
Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding, fee-free banking, and it's built just for you.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I want to chime in. They're not like traditional old banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. Plus, they have thousands of fee-free ATMs. There's nothing more frustrating than added fees when you're just trying to access your own money.
Exactly. So with Chime, you are not just switching banks, you are upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account.
And how about some of these benefits? All benefits here, honey. Get 5% cash back on a Chime card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries. And you get savings that grow faster with 3.75 APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average.
And don't forget, they also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free.
We all need to be proactive in our own finances and understand what our money's doing, and banking can be confusing. There's so many hidden fees and policies that are different at each bank, so you have to look out for you, and with Chime you can do that.
Yes, God, and don't just settle. Find what works for you and get the perks and benefits that are beneficial to your life. Check out Chime.
Honey, I did. I'm a Chime user, and Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today.
Head to chime.com/drag. That is chime.com/drag. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime Bank Partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required.
Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
It's time to bust out the tongs and enjoy USDA-certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, and more from Omaha Steaks. And you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, you get an extra $35 off with promo code YUM at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. There's nothing like firing up that grill for the first cookout of the summer. And with so many protein options, you're bound to be able to make something for anybody. What better way to honor the Memorial Day holiday than with a meal from America's original butcher? Every entree is flash frozen, vacuum sealed, and ready for when you want to grill. Omaha Steaks removes the guesswork by delivering expert crafted beef with guaranteed quality and consistency. Start your summer off right with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com right now for 50% off site-wide during the Memorial Day sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code YUM at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com with promo code YUM at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
We are back. Welcome back to Very That with Delta and Raja. And we have some more letters from the annals of the inbox, the annals.
The annals. Well, will you allow me to preface this section of
Please
our
do.
conversation and just to send out a huge thank you to all of those of you, all y'all out there around the world who are listening to this. We really appreciate your support, and it's been wonderful to hear from you. And we do absolutely encourage you to send emails to us or questions, any inquiries or anything. Just send it to deltaandraja@gmail.com. So, but really, thank you so much for being here and listening.
Yeah, what she said. So
All right.
we have a letter from Kyle. Kyle says, "Hi, Delta and Raja. I want to start off by saying that I've thoroughly enjoyed tuning in each week to Very That. I find the way that you both share anecdotes of your life experiences through your unconventional lens to be quite refreshing. My question for you is about feuding within the drag community. Are there any infamous feuds, whether it be Rugal girls or not, that are well known amongst drag queens or drag artists, but may not be as well known to us civilians? Are there any disagreements that go beyond stealing someone's track for a performance? Perhaps differences on culture, creative imitation, drag styles, etc. I'm hoping for a West Side Story style epic drama. I'm excited to watch your podcast blossom into the success I know it will be. Very best, Kyle."
Yeah, I think everyone would like a West Side Story epic drama. People really kind of want to, no tea or shade or, but I think people expect us to have a lot of drama. But in my lifetime and in my career, I have done my darndest and my best to stay away from it. Stop. Yeah, that's a of
this is the thing for me is that I know it seems like a lot of fun, and again, I'm looking at this through the eyes of somebody who performs in drag shows, produces drag shows, but obviously before pandemic was able to travel places, and I've learned that there's not just two sides to the story. You know what I mean? So whenever there is something, there's always your side, their side, and what really happened. And so unfortunately, I, as much as I would love to tell you, I definitely have had plenty of my own beef with people, not necessarily on social media, but there was a time when people thought I was coming for Trixie, and then people thought I was coming for this person and that person. The problem is when you don't have context and you see, like, I even have people all the time on my social media that will send me messages. I posted a thing about Sprouts the other day saying like, oh my gosh, I was at Sprouts and the people were cunty and the staff was nice, but the people that shop there are like, they'll spend $74 on a bottle of water, but then they'll be mad because they have to pay 10 cents for a reusable bag and people were I can't believe you would attack vegans. And I'm like, baby, no, it's not even that way. Like, are you for real? Like, so what happens is that it does seem like fun, but when people don't have the context, then they start to believe that you are picking on whoever their favorite is. My personal drag experience issues have always been with the powers that be, not with my contemporaries. And that is where I know that, like, the idea of picking and choosing battles. I don't really battle with people who I feel like their opinion isn't really going to fix anything. But if I feel like I have something vested, that's where I feel like, I certainly know of issues where I've heard of girls like saying this and saying that, but because I'm not part of it, I would feel bad saying, well, this person said she said this and that, when I probably perpetuating not even the truth, Yeah. I can remember things from the season 2 girls or the fans call the fashion girls or the dancing queens or the winners or the Dragula versus Drag Race or I know it exists. But I can't speak to anything in specific because, girl, my shit has been way too public about my arguments with the powers that be.
As you're saying this, that's all that keeps coming to my mind is the fact that every single beef now is there on display. During season 7, I said something about Pearl. I lost 10,000 followers on Instagram in one day. And I was just like, you know what? I said what I said. you know, and people were a little bit more sensitive to it. And I've had problems with, you know, season 2 winner Tyra Sanchez, and you know, and part of it could be my fault. Part of it could just be me fucking putting my face in the poop, and I should just not. And I think that's what I've learned, you know, over the years, and I'm learning rapidly that I should just keep my mouth fucking shut. And there will always be beef, you know, and most times I think we all fix the beef, or we cook it, we eat it, throw some grilled onions on it, and eat that beef, and just.
I mean,
like,
unless you're
fuck it.
vegan.
Unless you're vegan. But,
Which
you
I
know,
wish I've said before. I wish I was vegan. I mean,
I wish I was vegan too, but I'm Southeast Asian, and there will always be some sort of animal product in the foods that I choose. But beef with other queens will always happen. It is entertainment. It's showbiz, and it is sometimes inevitable. There are disagreements. There are people that I haven't talked to in years because of something that I was, you know, offended or insulted by. And I think one of the great things about living in this time is doing a lot of introspection. And maybe I'm not as mad at people as I thought I was, you know?
well,
Maybe
yeah,
there's other serious shit that I need to be worried about, and not give that beef any more fucking maggots. You know, don't let it rot and become something. And I'm just kind of like figuring that part out. And I really don't give a fuck, actually. If people are like having issues with each other, I'm like, you know what? Let's make coin. Just stop.
if you don't make money, it don't make sense.
What is this?
What is this? Oh, this, I talked about this before. This
Yeah.
is, I was traveling one time, and I don't want to say where, but I know people, because I talk about this. I don't want to say who it was or where it was. I just want to give you the context because you know this person. Maybe not specifically. Actually, you were there. You were there,
I
actually.
was? Oh, probably.
Yeah. But whenever you travel somewhere, I found in drag, you will find a set of personalities
Mm-hmm.
that you know from home at another bar or somewhere else. You will know the homosexual that has the well drink and is stirring it with a straw and is staring at you and is like, thinks that they know you better than the drags. They'll be like, excuse me, Gabriel. Hi, Gabriel. Hi. Yeah, Gabriel. No, girl, don't play that with me. And you're like, no. You don't know me better than the drag. You know me because of the drag. So let's step back a little bit. Just because you read on Wikipedia what my name is doesn't mean we're going to do that. But so you'll have those homosexuals that's like that. And then you'll have the one that's like, oh, I wear labels. I only wear, and it's like, but not because they love fashion, but because they're the one that has a little more money than somebody else. There's always a certain type, right? Well, this person was telling me in the show, I was like, hey, what's going on with the show tonight? Like, who's performing? Like, tell me a little bit about the cast that I'm working with. And she was trying to describe everyone, and she put everyone sort of like this person performs this number, this person performs that number. And I was like, well, what kind of stuff do you do? What do you like to do? Waiting for her to say like, oh, I do a lot of comedy numbers, or I'm a dancer, or, you know, that kind of thing. She goes, you know, I'm the girl that gives you this. And she just kind of stared at me, but kind of like pushed out a little bit at me, like, you know what it is. And I said, oh, I know what you mean, girl. This. And I knew in my mind that meant something to her. And for me, for me, it did mean something, because I knew that, like, well, I think I'm that girl too. Like, and there's a lot of girls I know that are that girl, because like Jiggly called it a long time ago. Oh, so you're like a Pointer Sister. Like, you just kind of perform and you're just like, ooh, yes. Ooh. Like, that's what you do. You don't really dance. You high quality romance. You know what I'm saying? So
that's my category.
Yeah. So she said, I'm the girl that gives you this. And I was like, oh, the look on my, like, I could feel the look on my face, because I thought, whoa, like, you think that's a category.
I actually think it is.
I think it is.
I am that. This means all of it, doesn't it?
Right. Like,
this is the drag. Like, if drag had its own sign language, waving your fingers across your nose and past your ear and throughout.
It's a flourish. It's a thing. Like, do you remember?
Flourish.
Like, everybody has a thing. Like, Morgan always makes fun of the fact that, like, when I hold a mic, like, I used to hold a microphone a lot when I would lip sync, and Morgan said that I always, like, the more I got into it, the higher my microphone got, and it was like, it started
upside
here,
down,
and then it went like this. But do you remember also Viva would always be like, ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
Everyone's got their thing.
They have their thing that they do. So
I think
gives you this.
Yeah. It's a flourish. And I think my flourish would be an over the shoulder and a glare.
Oh, cold stares.
Cold stares and
yeah, a lot of people do
side
beige face and
glances.
cold stares. A lot of people do that.
That's what I'm doing right now.
thing.
I've got complete beige face.
Well, you know,
But-
I know Halloween's over, but it's never too late to get to a Halloween sale. And Jonathan has sent us something that I think is worth us looking at. We've talked about Lagoon Lass. We've talked about Horned Sorceress. We've talked about Fair Maiden. Jonathan has sent us
Michelle
a costume.
Massage.
Michelle Massage. But Jonathan has sent us a costume that is $24.99, and it is labeled the girl costume, and it is called Hermione Grinder. Hermione Grinder.
Hermione.
Not Hermione Granger. And it says the top student at Chogborts. This is a great one. This one is great.
I want this entire image tattooed on my thigh. It is brilliant. Her many grinders.
But what you need to understand is not only does it come with the wizard cloak and the plaid tie, it says at the bottom, no licensing fees. No licensing fees here. No foam here. No licensing fees here. I'm gonna start saying that, like, bitch, no licensing fees here.
Sis, not chalkboard.
Hermione, but the best part is it's called By Obvious Plant. That's the name of the designer, Obvious Plant.
Bitch,
You're mad.
Chalkboards, not chalkboards, and Hermione grinders. Oh my god!
I wish she would have come with like an app or something, like a
Oh.
grinder app.
Oh my god, they should advertise that on Grindr.
Absolutely.
But you know what? I fucking hate Grindr. Let's take a break.
We are back, and
We're back.
we see something. Do you see something?
You see something?
I definitely see something. This is a picture for sure.
I love this picture.
This picture's from Peanuts, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And this is definitely before I found out what contouring and highlighting was.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you can tell in this picture, my face looks like a marshmallow with two little bird shits on it as a face. I don't know why I don't, which is interesting because I do contour and highlight heavily now. But I just recently during pandemic have looked at myself in different ring lights and thought, like, I think sometimes I don't want to contour my cheek because I naturally have really high cheekbones. So like I just today, for instance, have some blush on, but I don't have any contour in there, and I feel like it kind of like is a free way of filling out my face a little bit more where it sinks in. It's like free. Do you remember? This is kind of a weird departure, but do you remember RuPaul used to have a show called Good Work? Do you know about Good Work?
No.
It was a show about work that celebrities have had done on their faces and how you can. Yeah, it was like a 1 season thing. And anyway, this was only a couple of years ago, and I was brought in to ghostwrite the beauty content, and then they had a beauty content person that delivered it. So what I had to write was the bit about what you could do with cosmetics to sort of show a suggestion of what the celebrity did. So this is what I do now. Now I don't always contour my cheeks as deep because I feel like they sink in a lot anyway. Anyway, this is it's a weird departure, but
no, it is not. I think I might have mentioned it maybe the last time I had makeup on, but I'm really kind of enjoying not recreating a new character onto my face. There are certain features that we have that can just be accentuated, and that can be its own drag. That can be its own beauty. I think we're it's so easy for us for the new trends, the new generation to recreate an entire face, when in actuality sometimes drag is just celebrating the beauty that's already kind of there. you know,
Right.
whether it be a high cheekbone, you know, my nose isn't the nose that I want. And perhaps if time and money ever allowed, I would maybe fix it. But I really don't care because I know that with just a slight amount of contouring, you know, just across the bridge, it'll kind of narrow it and make it the kind of nose that I want. But it's like I'm kind of in a place right now with makeup where I don't want a whole new face. I'm okay with what I've got, you know? And not knocking any creatives out there or makeup people or any influencers who really take it there, which I often take their advice on certain things that I do to change up my face. But honestly, right now, I'm okay with what I have, and I don't feel like I need to have a whole other fucking face.
Well, I think that's true. I think, you know, we hit on this a little bit. Like, I don't know if it was last week or a week before when someone sent a message about like circumcised penises and whether or not people. But no. I know you think I'm trying to be funny. I'm being serious about this. No, I'm being serious about this. We've been. Well, you look like a circumcised. You look like an uncircumcised penis. But what I'm saying is real. What I'm saying is real. We have been led to believe that that your nose has to be small. If you don't have a small nose, girl, you're not right. Or if you have this waddle right here, girl, you're not going to be beautiful. Now listen, if you want to change those things because it makes you feel great, go for it. Do whatever it is that you want to do. But we shouldn't be made to feel like, oh God, girl, why aren't your cheekbones higher? You know, I had somebody go crazy on me and make 3 accounts a couple of weeks ago to let me know that my eyebrows are way too long. And so they literally were like, please fix your eyebrows. You could be so beautiful if your eyebrows weren't the way that they were. And I really thought about it. I thought, wait a minute, let me go look at everybody else's eyebrows because maybe they're right. Maybe I need to stop popping off. And I looked and I thought, my eyebrows are I'm drawing them on where everybody draws theirs on. And I thought, but I draw them on where I like them. You know, so regardless, if you're not into it, you're not into it. But, you know, I know we're, you know,
irregardless
of the fact. Regardless of the fact. No, looking at this picture of us, I mean, I think you look about the same then as you do now. I don't think you age very much, which is a great thing.
Well, neither do you. But that, you know, we're not here to compliment each other in that sense. But yes, we are. But no, I think our conversation, has taken me back to the beginning of this conversation, which is why I love this picture. I think there's something so fresh and easy and youthful about the drag. And let me comment also on the application of silk flowers in our hair, which was a huge obsession for us at that time. I don't think that was, you know, I think silk flowers in your hair, strangely enough, at that time was like the ombre eyebrow or the exclamation point in the nose. It was
the thing.
Don't you think?
Yes, it was definitely a thing. And I also, I mean, I have bags and bags and bags of flowers. I mean, you can see probably behind me over here. These are something I used for a prop, and it's just happened to stay in the living room, not because I wanted it there, but because I'm too lazy to put it away. But I mean, I have flowers that are this big. I have little tiny ones. Sometimes it takes a lot. Sometimes it only takes a little bit, but we really did wear those. And remember, we used to be able to get really great ones in downtown LA for $1. And like, the more you got, they've gotten
more expensive.
They have gotten more expensive, and certainly you do a lot of times get what you pay for. So, you know, if you pay a little bit more for something, maybe it lasts longer, maybe it's better quality. But also just, you know, word to the wise out there, maybe not wear the poinsettia all year round. Like, just maybe not.
I'm gonna kill you.
Maybe not.
God, that is hilarious.
Maybe not wear that for pride. Like, I just don't. I mean, if you want, go for it. But I'm just saying, like, explore and realize that, like, you can wear an orchid, you can wear a rose, you can wear a carnation, you can wear a M.O.M, you can wear all these different flowers. Like, I just
you cannot wear a carnation. I don't care if it's silk or real. Fuck carnations. You can only.
Can you wear baby's breath?
Baby's breath, yes. Carnation,
Would you rather have in a bouquet? Would you rather have baby's breath as a filler or status as a filler? Do you know status is like that purple thin flower?
purple.
I'd rather have
thin
wildflowers myself, or like just weeds. I'd rather have like weeds, but
No, I'd rather just have a full bouquet of baby's breath because, to me, it's just the most angelic and innocent and beautiful and kind of the confetti and snowflake of florals,
Would you like to have that in your hair if you were to get like married, like in the 80s? Would you have done all baby's breath? Like all like crowns and the girls, all of your maids?
I want to wear it now while I'm like, wearing sweatpants, going to get my $9.99 bottle of Sauvignon Blanc down over at the liquor store. I love baby's breath. I think I developed an obsession for it like as a kid. I just thought baby's breath was just romantic. It was romance novel vibes.
Should we launch? Should we launch the Baby's Breath Challenge on Instagram or TikTok, where we have to see like who does the most creative thing with baby's breath, and like maybe we can make millions. These people are making millions of dollars on TikTok. I'm telling you right now, maybe not millions, but a lot. And we need to launch something. We can't do a dance, but we can do a floral arrangement thing. I'm sure
we could. TikTok. Give me a second on that one. I
don't know what it is. I want to know. I want to know what it is, and I want to do it, and I want to make money.
Yeah, I need to find my niche in it because I will not do a dance. I don't know anything about K-pop. I don't, I will not kick my shoe and put on a new outfit will appear because I don't want to change the outfit that I'm wearing. I will not hit my face against the camera of my phone and suddenly have a new fit. Am I lazy?
I want to kick my shoe off and then have a even lower shoe on. Like when I want to like kick off a work boot and then have on a slipper.
I want to do. Yeah, no, I still, I'm late to everything, and TikTok will eventually be my success one day. Our success, hopefully, with our new baby's breath challenge that we're, announcing to people. Oh, what color's on the lips?
Oh, girl, I got to touch up my face. Because what happens is I told you I talk, and then the corners of my mouth, there's not spit, but the lipstick goes away, and it looks inconsistent. So the storyline needs to be like solid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Looking at this picture here, in this see something, I had on a nude lip, I can tell, and and that's usually a safe bet for me because you can't tell when the lipstick starts to go away. Like you have on that nude there. And so you could go all night with that. But, if you were red or a bright color and that shit starts to wear away in the corners, or you get like little kunkas in the corner, it just looks funny. Like
little what?
What?
You said little what in the corners?
Little kunkas, like little crumbs in the
little
corner.
Kunkas, little huerrotes. We our audience does not even know what a huerrote is, and we will explain that.
We'll tell them soon about that.
Yeah, they got to tune in though.
Tell me about this outfit because I remember you wearing there's a corset here.
There is a corset. I still own the corset. It does not fit me, and it was a versatile fashions piece that Eddie Dubar had helped me make because I wanted something that felt like a wallpaper at the Versailles. Like I was like, oh, French, oh, woman, frilly, fairy. And yeah, I have so many corsets from, that go way back to the 90s.
If you zoom in on this though, girl, if you zoom in on it, you can see the date stamp on the picture over my sleeve.
What does it say?
This is 2002.
No,
you can see it. If you guys want to zoom in on that at home or wherever you're looking at it. I actually remember making that outfit. I made this outfit. This was like a dolman sleeve gown, and it had a slit up the front. It was fitted, but then the sleeve was, like this. I don't know. I was learning. I used to like to sew more, but I think we all used to like to do a lot of things more.
Well, now you've got your, costume sewing.
It's all
boyfriend. Here. Yeah, it's there. It's all in your own studio of, the Delta Work Studio Atelier.
Oh, it's all here in this in my estate. Speaking of my estate here, I was thinking my neighbor. I live on the first floor. My neighbors above me. I honestly believe that they do aerobics with bricks on their feet. Like I don't know how loud on a daily, but the building that I live in, I've lived here for a very long time, and some of my neighbors aren't as friendly as others, and some of my neighbors are the type of people that speak to you with their chin. Do you know what I'm talking about? Look at me.
Let me see.
They look at you and they'll stare you down and they'll go like that and they'll look you. But the thing is,
What's
but it's
up?
all different cultures here. It's all different cultures.
Okay.
And they're the type of people that live in this building. There's just something, I don't know. And it's not just the pandemic that's changed people here. People in general are very wary of one another. And I don't want to say a word to them like, hi, just want to let you know, like, it's a little late. And I know that you guys are, teaching roller derby up here, but I just can't, I don't want to say anything. So I just have to like let it be. Because I'm not a homeowner, obviously. So, I have to let it be. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Are they young people? Like, what are they? Is there a party?
You know what? There are young people, and then there's parents, and there's kids. And I don't know what everybody's living situation is. I don't know if maybe there's somebody with has additional needs, and maybe there's a reason why the noise is happening. Maybe they're doing the best that they can, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, man. There's no reason for this to be happening 24/7. I mean, it sounds like full bowling balls are slamming to the point where I was getting ready, and I looked over at my makeup station, and the perfumes were ready to fall off of the shelf. And this happens at least once a day. I have to go back. and push them all back.
That bad?
That bad? Like truly.
Oh my
bad.
God. Well, the building that I live in is it's like the Melrose Place, but in Koreatown, full of fags.
Ooh.
And really, there's a lot of gays here. And right above me, on the third floor, just above me, at a certain time of the night, at about between 9:30 and midnight, they figure, and they're my friends because I know them because we're all fags, and we talk to each other on Grindr.
Oh, you're one too?
I'm one too, but
wow.
at between 9:30 and midnight, those boys like to work out, and they don't just do the weightlifting; they do their cardio. I think they're jump roping. I think they're doing fucking jumping jacks, burpees, whatever the fuck it's called. But they are bouncing up there, and they got the music thumping, and that's when I just I've just accepted it. It's no biggie. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I was born and raised in an apartment building. I mean, for the majority of my life, I've lived in a building. Like the noise of kids doesn't bother me because I know they don't have anywhere else to go. They have to be here. They have to make the most fun of it that they can, and. But at the same time, it's like when it's just like certain things where you're like, okay, what the fuck? But that's what happens when you live in a shared space. So in any event, see something, I heard something, I see it, I know it. I'm fucking cool.
I'm so cool.
Yeah, I'm real cool. So you know what? We have reached the end of another episode. I think we're having so much fun with this.
No, I don't want it to end. I want it to go on forever.
Well, we'll be back next week. I mean, our podcast comes out every single Monday. So you can check us out on any platform where you procure and listen to your favorite podcasts. We are there. So we want you to listen to us. We want you to subscribe to us. We want you to rate us because that's how people find out about our podcast and join the fun. And that's where we are.
Yeah. Also, you can watch it on YouTube. But, all you got to do is search for Very That, capitals, Very That, with Delta and Raja on your favorite podcast app, and hit subscribe button. And remember to rate and review our show on your podcast app. We are just follow us. Subscribe.
Yeah, and also you can follow us on Instagram, social medias. I don't know if you have everything, but I know for sure we're both on Instagram. Sutan Amrul, Delta Work, both on Instagram. You can follow what we're doing there and see sometimes little bloopers of us that we post throughout the week and what we're doing and what we're up to and how we're keeping our hands clean and our mouths shut.
Yeah. And also, if you have any questions at all, if you have any comments that you'd like to leave us and talk about and chat and bring up, you can always reach us, as we've mentioned, at Delta and Raja @gmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very that.
We'll see you next week, everyone. Thanks for joining me and Delta on Very That.
I'm the girl that gives you very that.
Very
Forever. Dog.
Very That is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Delta Work and Raja.
Music, sound design, and editing by Will Pitts.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.